There are 7 things we're going to cover today that are really what I've found that keep students engaged. And this is something I kind of thought about over the years of teaching. There are really 3 new R's that have came about with this engagement: relevance, reinforcement, and retention. These are the benefits you will get when you engage your class. Why do you want to do that? To reset the energy levels. If you ever see the energy levels wane in a class, it's a good time to bring out the element of surprise. It's hot potato time! Let's throw this potato! Let's throw the monkey! All right, we got let's get it going. All right, we'll get rid of that. There we go. Hope nobody's back there. All right, they're engaged.
This workshop is definitely different than any other workshop or professional development activity. As soon as Bobby starts his workshops, they engage the teachers. You know, at one corner you'll have teachers wearing costumes and singing songs. So it is something that the educators at my school really enjoy.
I got my 2 little ones with me, Larissa and Sebastian, my little 3-year-old and my little 5-year-old. And we turn the corner to go down the cereal aisle. Here I am. I'm over 40 now. I'm looking for shredded wheat to keep things flowing. I'm looking up here, and my kids are looking down here. Do you know where they're looking at? They're looking at Dora, they're looking at SpongeBob, they're looking at VeggieTales, they're looking at all this, and they're like, "Daddy, I gotta have this, I gotta have the Dora," and they put it in the basket. And all of a sudden, what I notice is that when I go to check out, I have Nickelodeon and Saturday morning cartoons in my basket.
I would recommend this workshop to anybody. I think that every teacher would need to experience a workshop like this. This one is talking a little more, it's not just about like differentiating with students, it's not just about grouping, it's really how to engage students just by making the classroom more interesting. And I love teaching more now. Honestly, this year is probably my best year that I've had, and this is probably the most interesting things I learned as a teacher from all the professional development I've had was at this workshop. As long as I have all the props and the music and everything, it's just made teaching and learning much more interesting for all of us. I just have so many more ideas because of the things that I learned in this workshop. I really wish I would have had this 10 years ago.
For example, the target market, well, yeah, we can say target market in theory, but gosh, let's just bring a target to class and talk about the target market. If we're talking about marketing, this is a target market. When I mix this up, if I can mix it up, let's really do the chocolate bam, bam, you know, do the emerald thing. How many of you want cookies since I've ignored the recipe? Anybody want cookies? Well, you'll pass, right? I would too. How many times do companies do the same thing to this thing called the marketing mix? That is nothing more than a business recipe.
I would highly recommend this workshop to anyone. Anyone that deals with kids or even adults. It has helped our test scores so tremendously. The most effective idea that I use in my classroom is prompts. That I have found that has really, you know, helped my kids the most.
I see spelling court as a germ.
I think it takes more to reach kids these days. Things are changing, and we as educators have got to change. I have been to other workshops that, you know, you go in, you sit down, and they're supposed to teach you how to get the kids engaged and stuff, and you learn the same thing that you already knew. And you're like, I need some different ideas. And this workshop was all about up and moving, you know, keeping the kids engaged, you know, and I loved it, you know, and this one wasn't boring like the other workshops that we've been to.
But you see what I mean? The power of the element of surprise? You didn't expect that, but it really gets them engaged. And then if you notice, I tied it back into an educational thing by asking, what did we just talk about? Just to make sure everybody's still engaging with us.
I love the costumes. I think it's a great way to keep the kids engaged and have fun yourself too.
I teach first grade, and this just has given me some really good ideas to keep my students focused because their attention spans are pretty short.
Hi, I thought Mr. Brooks' presentation was great. He offered a lot of really nice strategies for us to use.
I teach kids that struggle, so this is very good for all the diverse learning that goes on in my classroom.
I teach high school English, and I thought all the tips that he had I could really use in my classroom. I enjoyed it very much.
I teach physical education. It's hard to sometimes to get workshops, so I feel like where I can apply it to my classroom. But I really felt like the fact that he kept us engaged gives a lot more credibility to what he's trying to, the message he's trying to get across. So I look forward to using that in my classroom as well.
It was a great presentation. He gave me awesome ideas I can use in my classroom, and I can't wait to get started.